for me, I'm not really being critical of him. It's just I think we can win more than 20 games. I think we're capable of winning more than 20 games. I saw Stan Van Gundy win with lesser talent every year. I think Stan's lowest win total was 32 wins. If we had 32 wins, I'm not even having this conversation right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's just I just want to see some progression. I haven't really seen any progression in the win total during this rebuild. I think maybe the first year with Killian and Stewart and Bay, I mean, we were all excited. And then, obviously we get Cade and, he gets hurt. But, at least we were competitive each and every game. The games were close. This year, I think this was the first year where we weren't really competitive. There were games where we were just getting blown out. I remember the Bucks game where we damn near lost by 50 points. It was just ugly. And I get Cade was out basically the whole year.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they're looking for a new coach. They're looking for a new voice. I'm going to give Troy another probably 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
And if the Pistons are still in this position where they're winning 20 games or they're in the lottery and they're just basically just drafting players each and every year and not making any kind of progression, then you have those conversations saying hey man, I know you took over a shitty ass roster, but we got to start seeing wins.
Yep. You can't I said, I'm going to root for them. This is the year though where if they have a losing season, I will personally light the match that gets that fire started. I won't call for his job. I mean, I might actually flirt with it a little bit and just say, hey, why don't we find a new GM? But really, I wouldn't mean it because I think he still is a good GM. It's just this upcoming season, if it's a losing season and we're not in the play-in, that's when I light the match for his seat. But you're right, he'll probably get another 2 or 3 years collecting top 5 picks. But if we get a top 5 pick next year, that's going to be tough to swallow, man. It's going to suck talking about it, and not just because next year's class is kind of bad, but it's just that means we're dealing with another losing season, and it just sucks. But
yeah, I just don't want to be in this position next year. For me, I want the Pistons to at least be a play-in team, and I think it's possible if you hit the draft and whether you sign some guys in free agency or you make some trades this summer. I mean, you have $28 million in cap space. I mean, you have flexibility. It's not like you don't have any cap space and we're oh, maybe when they have cap space. I just don't want to win 20 games again.
No,
it's miserable.